Hello and welcome back, and welcome to America. This old cottage is named America. Even the old maps label it as that. But if you believe what is copied and pasted on social media, it's because a local man named John Williams emigrated to America in the mid-1800s to stake a claim on a piece of land. When he arrived in America, the claim was not honoured, so John was forced to return to Wales and live in the cottage he had built in 1823. This led to locals from the nearby village calling his house America due to his dismay. How true the story is about John Williams, I don't know. I was unable to find him at the cottage on any census. The cottage started out as maybe 2 or 3 cottages, and then sometime in the early 1900s became one cottage. On the first census of 1841, there are 2 families living at the property. The first family we have is an Edward Prodger, aged 28, and he is an agricultural labourer. His wife Mary is aged 26. They have 3 children: William, aged 2, Robert, aged 1, and Susanna, aged 1 month. There is also a Mary Owens living with them, who is 10. In the other side of the cottage, we have an Edward Owens who is 40, and he is an agricultural labourer. Now, I don't know if he is the father of Mary who is living next door. It is a possibility. Edward's wife is named Catherine, and she is 30. There is a Robert Owens, aged 12, Susanna, aged 8, John, aged 6, and Elizabeth, aged 3. In 1851, there seems to be only one family at the cottages. There is a David Jones, aged 34, and he is a farm labourer. His wife Jane, aged 31, Mary, aged 8, Elizabeth, aged 5, and David, aged 2. I wasn't able to find the property on the 1861 census, but in 1871 it is listed as 3 properties. So on the 1871 census we have John Jones, aged 35, and he is an agricultural labourer. His wife Rose, aged 33, John, aged 7, Sarah, aged 4, and Robert, aged 1. Living separately, there is a Thomas Richards, aged 67, and he is an agricultural labourer. And also another family where there is a Susan Jones, aged 64. She is a widow and an agricultural labourer, and her daughter Miriam, aged 32, and she is also an agricultural labourer. On the 1881 census, it is back to 2 properties, and David Jones, who was on the 1851 census, is living here again. He's now aged 64 and an agricultural labourer, and his wife Jane is aged 60. Next door, we have Edward Jones, aged 23, and he is an agricultural labourer. His wife Catherine, she is also 23, and they have an 11-month-old son named David. Again, I wasn't able to find the property on the 1891 census. By 1901, it seems the 3 cottages have been knocked into one. So in 1981, we have an Edward Jones, aged 39, and he is a general labourer. His wife is called Sarah Jane, and she is 33, and they have a son called David Henry, and he is aged 7. In 1911, Edward is still living at the property. He is now 52, and he is a wagoner on a farm. His wife Sarah Jane is 43. They have a daughter named Edith Jane, and she is aged 8. A son, Owen Gwyneth, aged 6, and John Oswald, who is just 6 months old. I found their son Owen Gwyneth, and he lived to be 83, dying on the 27th of June 1988. I was not able to find the cottage on the 1921 census. But on the 1939 register, Edward Jones is still living at the property. He's 79, he's now widowed, and he is described as a smallholder and general farm labourer. There is a John E. Edwards living with him, aged 39, and he is a horseman on farm. And there is also an Edith Jane Edwards, who is Edward's daughter, and she is 36 and does unpaid domestic duties. The last occupant is believed to have been a gentleman named Oswald Jones, who passed away in 2004, and the cottage has remained empty since then. What the future holds for this cottage is uncertain, but for me it would make a beautiful holiday home. Welcome to a very wet America. This cottage, that once was 3 cottages, is called America Cottage. Got a little door down there. Got a paper here from 2011. Some lovely old paraffin lamps for when the electricity went off, and I'm sure it probably did all the way out here. When I'll look down in that door in a minute. Lovely tiled floor. Got an old gun cabinet over there, with a bird's nest on top. Got some marigold gloves hanging up. Got the cooker over here. I really don't know if I'm going to be able to venture upstairs, because those are the stairs. And it looks pretty rotten up there, but we'll have a look. Let's go through this little door. Is that what I think it is? It smells like weed in here. Is that weed? Are they cannabis plants? Somebody's been having a grow all the way out here. Mental. So this was originally 3 cottages. As you can see, another door there. It goes through to another room. But yeah, someone's had a grow. Look at that old stove, isn't that amazing? There's been another old mirror above. Go on through to this next bit. Just make out your wallpaper up there, look. Chinese wallpaper. Just got another living room here. Looks like it's got like a 1930s or 1950s fireplace. Looks like there's a bathroom through there, but sounds like there's a hole in the roof. Hoover, bed frame. So it was a flask. The thickness of the wall. Amazing view. see wallpaper up there, look. Right, we'll just gingerly have a look upstairs. Oh my goodness. Christ, there's stairs up to an attic. I don't think I'll be going up there. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that fireplace. So the stairs going up there, look. Yeah, we won't be going up there. Look at this up here. I'm just mindful of where I'm putting my feet. Oh Christ. Got an old cupboard there, look. That fireplace is amazing. See the wallpaper. And then we've got a bed frame just behind the door here. Go and have a look in this room over here again. I'm probably not going to go all the way in, but you can see the different layers of the wallpaper. They even had like patterned lilo on the floor, like lanolin. Isn't it beautiful? Let's go back down and see what we can see in that first half of the building. I never noticed the little lampshade there, very 70s. But look, I mean the walls are so thick, but it's the wood and everything that's just rotting. Right, let's go down. So I've just come up them stairs, got some interesting wallpaper, and my god, it's a surprise up here. We've got a full-on bath, got a water tank, got a massive hole in the roof. So that was their bathroom, and then if we spin round, look at this. There's a pram. Look at that. And a bedroom. Look at it. Again, got the lino on the floor, look. And then we've got the old bed. Wow. Let's see if it's safe to walk over here. There's some old books over here. Got a newspaper from 1982. The Grants and Jane. Tales from Livingston. Goodness me. What's this? Jehovah? Wow. Must have been Jehovah's Witnesses. Got an amazing view right there, look. And then we've got this pram. And more books inside. More books. Another Rich's book. Fruit farming, good fruit farming. Toilet over there.